Hello, everyone. I'm Justin Song, founder of TRON. Glad to meet everyone today here. Today, I'm going to share with you our biggest milestone for TRON ecosystem and, of course, BitTorrent ecosystem. I'm sure some of you may have heard in the past few days that the mainnet BitTorrent chain, BTTC, the world's largest scalable cross-chain interoperability protocol, has gone live along with BTT redenomination plan. The launch of BTTC bears material significance to the future of both BitTorrent and the TRON ecosystem. Upon its release, BTTC supports the cross-chain connectivity and between Ethereum, TRON, and BSC. And going forward, it will support more public chain and begin a new era of connecting all blockchains. I'm also aware some of you may want to know about the BTT new token swap plan. First of all, I want to give you guys to make sure BTT old and BTT new token will be permanently valid basically forever. So you don't need to worry about whether exchange or any wallets like Ledger, like I'm Token, Trust Wallet, all kind of the wallet. If they not support BTT, right, what happened to my BTT? So it's going to be valid forever. So the decentralized token swap contract is also valid forever. So you don't need to worry about that at all. I believe basically all the exchanges in the world and wallet in the world will support the swap anyway. So there is like zero chance your BTT or BTT old will be lose in the future. So I think that's the first thing I want like everybody to be aware. So it's completely full, so it's safe. Your fund is safe. And also, I want to provide you with two ways if you want to change to a new BTT token. So first way, of course, just wait for the announcement of the exchanges where you pull your token. I believe all the exchanges will support the BTT new token swap in some days. So you can just feel free to trade and wait for exchange announcement, or if you want to swipe on your own to basically experience for the community governance, voting, validator application, gas fee on the BTTC blockchain, feel free to do that. So you can just withdraw from exchange to TRON wallet, and then going to our official token swap contract, which we will post it on BitTorrent, basically BitTorrent Twitter, and also live on our BitTorrent bt.io, our website, and BitTorrent.com, our website, BitTorrentchain.com, our website. Basically, this is the same. So it will be available on the official website, and you can connect with your hardware wallet or any kind of the wallet should be fine, and you can swap it in a decentralized way. So basically, we have a decentralized way for token swap and also a centralized way for token swap. Both will work perfectly for everyone. So after we launched BTTC, BTT token has become even more powerful. It's not only can be used in the BitTorrent ecosystem, like BitTorrent Speed, for accelerate your downloading speed, but also we can be used in BTF as a decentralized storage plan, which we also gonna launch our mainnet very soon to support a way better experience for decentralized storage, for NFT user, for all kind of the user in the future. And this time, finally, we have BTTC. BTTC is the first cross-chain solution around the Ethereum compatible EVM machine. We will start to connect TRON, Ethereum, BSC first, and we're gonna expand to more blockchain in the future. Basically, using BTTC, you can connect your blockchain with all different blockchain in the world. So we are hoping to connect all the blockchain in the future. And today I will leave the introduction to BitTorrent team for introduction about the details about our mainnet. Welcome, Pavel.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for the introduction and thank you for the announcement. Hi, guys. Nice to have you today with me. I'm Pavel Lagutin, and I'm a head of product at BitTorrent. And today we got together to discuss the announcement of the launch of BitTorrent chain, first of all, and of course, we will discuss the redenomination of BTT, because this is the major token that powers and leads up, so to speak, the BitTorrent ecosystem. But before I get to the news, I would like to take a look back into the history and cover that amazing journey that we passed together, BitTorrent and TRON, over the past 3 years. Since 2018, since the acquisition, we were pursuing the idea of building decentralized internet, Web 3.0, based on decentralized applications, decentralized use cases, and of course, powered by crypto. So since then, we get a sequence of very amazing launches. First of all, we launched BitTorrent Speed, a feature or a product, if you will, that allows users to use BTT to speed up their downloads, or also earn tokens on allowing other users to download from them. Then we launched BTFS, which is a decentralized file storage. This is a secure, encrypted, decentralized storage that anyone can use. And then we launched DLive, which is about decentralized streaming, and we launched TRON TV, and we have a bunch of future products and future use cases that we are working on. So the idea of rewarding people for sharing resources is something that we are still pursuing, and the decentralized world is going to be even larger and bigger in the future. As of today, let me give you some numbers. So as of today, BTFS exceeded 1.4 million active miners and more than 61 million contracts. And the total number of rewards spread across all the users exceeded 12 billion BTT. I'm sorry for that. This is Alice, and she's excited about the launch of BitTorrent chain. Thank you, Alice. So as for BitTorrent Speed, we so far acquired around 270 million wallets inside the BitTorrent ecosystem, and among those, 3 million users created accounts at the TRON chain. More than 40 million users actively use BitTorrent token or BTT every single day, which makes it around 50 million active users a month. So those numbers are very exciting. This is like the largest crypto-powered ecosystem decentralized network in the world, and we're only still growing. So having said that, let me get back to the announcement of BitTorrent chain and explain you in simple words. I'm not going to use many technical terms. I would like to speak human language, and I would like to explain you what impact the BitTorrent chain is going to have on the future of BitTorrent and overall the BTT-based ecosystem. By the way, if you have any questions, you can leave your comments in the stream chat. And if there is something that I'm not covering today, then I will be more than happy to answer any questions at the end of the session. So you're welcome to ask me anything. Right, so let me explain the reasons behind BitTorrent chain, first of all. So in the modern world, in the decentralized world, the growth of the number of decentralized applications, mostly represented by DeFi or decentralized finance, that has become the key driver for leading blockchain networks. But the overcongested and very expensive Ethereum chain actually incentivized, so to speak, many teams, developers, and users to migrate their assets and applications over more better performing and cheaper public chains. The rapid rise of many new public chains and layer 2 protocols over the recent years actually is showing that trend or confirming that trend very solidly. So the BitTorrent chain has become the high-speed, efficient, very user-friendly, and very affordable heterogeneous cross-chain solution. That's a lot of terms, so let me probably explain them in a little bit more human language again. So BitTorrent chain is a chain of all chains, if you will. It's a chain, it's a protocol that allows us to connect as many chains as we want. It allows us to allow our users to easily operate with their assets, regardless of what chain those assets belong to. Let's say you have a lot of assets on Ethereum and you have some assets on Binance Smart Chain. With BitTorrent chain, you are capable of easily transferring those assets between the chains without actually paying a fortune or waiting for a long time. The project was started in September, And within just a few months, we launched the mainnet. It was announced on December 12th, and since then, we are only seeing the growth activity in the chain. It's using proof of stake consensus mechanism and multi-node validation, which makes, and also it uses like smart contract validation through side chains. So that altogether allows us to be very scalable. So at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, we are supporting 7,000 TPS, 7,000 transactions a second, and an overall block, each block is being built within just like 3 seconds on average. So that's very, very, very impressive. And also the whole structure of the protocol and BitTorrent chain allows us to easily scale it furthermore. So the reason of BitTorrent chain being so powerful for developers, for example, is that it's by default compatible with Ethereum virtual machine or EVM. And it supports already by default all the current functions of the high speed and with lower handling fees. So we are going to work on scaling it furthermore, as I said, and we expect that more developers will join us in migrating or expanding their decentralized applications to the BitTorrent chain. So for developers, I just want to focus on that because many developers are listening to that podcast and they are to that stream and they are actually waiting for us to confirm that yes, BitTorrent chain is very friendly for developers. So I want to do that. BitTorrent chain is arguably probably the best platform for developers of blockchain applications. So it's a cross-chain protocol that is featuring full compatibility with EVM, as I said. It's a layer 2 network that is compatible with TRON, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain. The technical support and all the features of the protocol is not the only benefit that we are going to provide to them. We are aiming to invest, give it a second, 1 billion USD to incentivize, to encourage developers to migrate projects from Ethereum to the BitTorrent chain. And it's also worth mentioning that the total number of TRON accounts exceeded 67 million, and the BitTorrent active user base at the moment is around 100 million users around the world. So altogether, that makes more than 150 million users across the globe that are having BitTorrent wallets and are having access to the BitTorrent chain. So all these users can be users of your decentralized applications if you migrate to the BitTorrent chain. So we spoke about the BitTorrent chain and how exciting this is and how bright is the future of this amazing blockchain protocol. So now let me get to the redenomination of BTT. So BTT or BitTorrent token is the main token for the whole BitTorrent ecosystem. At the moment, it powers multiple use cases: BitTorrent Speed, BitTorrent BTFS, BitTorrent file storage, BitTorrent Live or the Live protocol, TRON TV, and so on and so on and so on. But we don't want to stop on that. BTT was just a TRC10 token, which actually was limiting the number of use cases for everyone. And when BTT got migrated to the new BitTorrent chain, not only we increased the supply, but also we converted the token from TRC10 to TRC20, which means it now naturally supports smart contracts. It allows the application, decentralized application developers to use BTT as a native token or a main token for their applications easily, which is an amazing news for everyone. Let me speak first of all about redenomination and increasing the supply. So the original supply for total supply for original BTT was 990 billion BTT overall. It sounds like much, but actually it's not. If you remember, I told you about the total number of users that BitTorrent ecosystem at the moment has, and it's more than 100 million users around the globe. So if you just divide 990 billion by 100 million users that have BTT, it actually leaves a very insignificant amount for each user. So we get a lot of claims and complaints from our users that the supply is not enough. So we decided to do the following. We migrated BTT to the BitTorrent chain, and we increased the supply to 990 trillion, and which means at a ratio of 1 to 1,000. And we then left BTT as a BTT old inside the TRON chain. So just to summarize, the old token BTT is now BTT old, and it lives on the TRON chain. The new BTT or BTT, just BTT, lives on BitTorrent chain, and its total supply increased by 1,000 times, and it's now 990 trillion of a total supply. So another benefit of that migration is that, as I mentioned, so BitTorrent token became the TRC20 token. So from now on, not only the BitTorrent applications are capable of using smart contracts, which were not available for us before, but also any developers, any game applications, any DeFi applications, any applications who are relying on smart contracts can finally start using BTT, which means that there will be more use cases, there will be more applications, and there will be more demand for BTT. So that's another reason why we decided to increase the supply for you guys, for our users. So Justin already mentioned in the beginning of the session that you should not worry. BTT old and BTT are going to coexist for quite a time, mostly forever. And there is no chance, there is no way that your existing BTT assets are going to get lost. We are supporting multiple swaps. We are working with multiple exchanges that are going to support a swap from BTT old to BTT. And also we are working on more user-friendly mechanisms that would allow you to convert BTT old to BTT new token with just a click of a button. So just be patient, no worries, we will take care of that migration. And let me speak a little bit more about the BitTorrent chain overall and its benefits. So there is a lot of technical terms that you can find on the company's blog. If you get to Medium and you subscribe to BitTorrent blog, you will have an article that describes what are the benefits of the BitTorrent chain. But I just would like to summarize it in a human language. So the first benefit is that BTTC, by its nature, is a heterogeneous cross-chain protocol, which supports cross-chain transfers, enabling easy transfer of any assets between any chains in the world. As of today, we already proved the integration with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, and we're capable of transferring tokens from Ethereum to the BitTorrent chain. And that happens very quickly, and that happens very, very cheap. The second benefit is that we deliver faster than many of the existing chains, especially when it comes to the cross-chain transfers. It's proven that it takes only 5 to 7 minutes to deposit tokens from the public blockchains to the BitTorrent chain. And it only takes 45 minutes to withdraw tokens from the BitTorrent chain to another public blockchain. We are supporting, I mentioned before, we are supporting proof of stake mechanism of validation and a block produced based mechanism of a sidechain layer to deliver faster blockchain confirmations. So we're using sidechains to speed up validation of the transactions. BTT, as I mentioned, BTTC, BitTorrent chain, sets every block sets a new block every 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, actually. And again, as I mentioned, the TPS is around 7,000, which is very impressive. And all of that is very secure, it's all validated, and we are pretty confident that this is those numbers are only going to grow further. And we support full decentralization and allow users to transfer assets between blockchains securely and swiftly. So that's what I said before. And when it comes to the price of the transaction, so I believe the gas fees on Ethereum, this is kind of a headache for many Ethereum users. And we claimed, and Justin Sun, since the very beginning, since the launch of TRON, he was aiming the reduction of the transaction fees. That was one of the goals for the company, and we're still pursuing that. So listen to that. The minimal transaction fee at BitTorrent chain is going to be less than 1 cent, which is almost nothing. So when you perform a transaction, you can just forget about the fees, about the gas prices, which is, I'm as a token user, as a crypto user, I find very exciting. And of course, as was said before, the fifth benefit of the BitTorrent chain is that we expect to have more decentralized applications as ever created before, because every developers that ever created for Ethereum can easily migrate the application to the BitTorrent chain, and that application will be supported. We support EVM, which means we support the application. And the ability to use BTT for governance, for validation, for many other, for smart contract operations and so on and so on, is also a huge benefit to the developers who would like to base their applications on BitTorrent token. So pretty much I can say, I believe I covered mostly everything that is related to the BitTorrent chain launch and the BTT redenomination. So guys, if you have any questions, I would like to answer them. Let me take a look at the stream and the comments. And I would like to ask my colleagues who are responsible for the stream. Guys, do you see any questions that our viewers are asking for and we need to cover? All right, so I walked through a couple of questions on DLive TV, and it seems like these are the topics that we talked about. So we have them covered, and I'm not seeing any questions from the audience that we didn't cover. So guys, it was nice talking to you today. I hope you got the answers you were looking for, and we're looking forward to be working with you and actually giving you more exciting use cases, more exciting features in the future. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.